Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment here for NFL Week 16 picks and predictions. Last week we only went 9-7, but that was better than most people did. The NFL nation went 7-9 last week. I did 2 better than America's populace. We're expecting to do better again. Let's continue our hot streak for the past couple of weeks and let us start with the Redskins at my Tennessee Titans. And oh man, the Titans are so close to making the playoffs. I can just taste it. They must win out, and we need the Ravens to lose this next game I'm about to talk about against the LA Chargers. For this game, they're facing Josh Johnson at quarterback, okay? And the Titans have been good in Nashville this season. Now, they almost choked to the New York Jets a couple weeks ago at home, but I think they learned their lessons from that. I think they're ready to roll. I think they're ready to rumble, and they'll win this game pretty convincingly, but probably not as convincingly as they should. Titans beat the Washington Redskins. Next game, we have the Baltimore Ravens at the Los Angeles Chargers, and this is the game that I'll be watching and recapping, by the way. You're going to get 2 game recaps on Saturday, so stay tuned for that. Man, I want the Chargers to win it, but I'm not going to let my bias influence it. I do think the Chargers will win it. They see that #1 seed in their sights, and I personally don't think that they can get it, but they definitely could. It's definitely within the realm of possibility. I don't think that they will because I have the Chiefs winning, and you're going to see that in a moment. So with that said, they have the #1 seed in their sights. They're not going to let it slip out of their fingers. And they see Austin Eckler coming back potentially this week. Keenan Allen, Melvin Gordon, they're getting healthier. They're at home. It's a huge game. And Lamar Jackson is going to continue to run around, and that's going to continue to give the defenses fits. The Chargers defense will have problems with that. But ultimately, I have Phillip Rivers and the Chargers getting it done. And if Rivers can have a huge performance here on national television Saturday night, no one's doing anything except for some people going out and drinking on a Saturday night, of course. So he's going to get some MVP votes, to look out for that, giving the Chargers to win this game at home. Next game, New York Giants at the Indianapolis Colts, and the Colts continue to win games pretty convincingly. Last week, they beat the Dallas Cowboys 23-0, shut out the Dallas Cowboys offense, which, although the Cowboys offense isn't that impressive, it's still impressive, right? A shutout is almost always impressive. So this week they host the New York Giants, who were also shut out last week against the Tennessee Titans, my Tennessee Titans. So we're going to see another shutout here, right? The Colts got one last week, and now they're facing a team that was shut out last week. It's possible. I'm going to say no to that, but I will say that the Colts win this game. They continue their hot streak. They continue to see the playoffs in front of their sights, and I think they can actually lose this game and win the next game and still get in if the Ravens lose to the Chargers, I think. But either way, they're not going to take that risk. They're going to win this game anyway at home to continue their hot streak. Next game, we have the Cincinnati Bengals. They're traveling to Cleveland, taking on the Cleveland Browns. And you know what, man? I know I trash a lot of backup quarterbacks, but this Jeff Driscoll ain't bad. And remember, for those of you that followed me back when Jeff Driscoll came out, and I believe it was 2016, it may have been 2015, but I believe it was 2016, I like Jeff Driscoll. I gave that pick an A when they drafted him. I don't think it was the Bengals. I think it was someone else. I already forgot who it was. Okay, maybe it was the Jacksonville Jaguars or something. I don't know, but someone took Jeff Driscoll, and I liked it at the time. The guy can play, he can run around, he can move the football. He's not a bad backup quarterback, but Cleveland is starting to find their rhythm. They're starting to find their flow. They're playing well. Baker Mayfield has had one of the best rookie quarterback seasons ever, people. He's so good, and I told you he was going to be good this season. He was going to have the best quarterback rookie season. Some would argue Lamar Jackson's up there, but come on. Baker Mayfield, the way he's slinging that rock, give him some credit. I got the Browns winning this game in Cleveland. Next game, we have the Buffalo Bills. They're traveling to New England, taking on the New England Patriots, who, man, are struggling. It is now 2 straight losses for the no longer feared New England Patriots. We're sounding like Beyonce when we're talking about the New England Patriots. However, they're facing the Buffalo Bills, who, look, they continue to win games. I had them losing last week. I don't get it. They're up to 5 wins now. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. But they keep winning games. Not going to win this one in Foxborough, as the Patriots are looking to bounce back. They're just hungry for a win. They need a win. They're desperate for a win. They're going to get one here in Foxborough. Desperate in Gillette Stadium. They get it done. Patriots get the victory. Next game, we have the Green Bay Packers traveling to New York, taking on the New York Jets. Okay, and Sam Darnold's back, and he's doing some things. He's looking a bit dangerous. Okay, he was almost able to upset the Houston Texans last week in New York. Can he upset Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers this week? Now, the thing is, the Packers not impressed me last week. They weren't horrible, but I wanted them to have a better performance offensively than they did, and they disappointed me. What are they going to do this week in New York? New York has been dangerous for the past 2 weeks, right? They haven't won. Okay, I think they won actually against the Buffalo Bills, and then they first lost to the Titans, and then they beat the Bills, and then last week they lost to the Texans. So they've been looking all right, right? They have been getting blown out. They've been competing, and I expect this to be another competitive game, a game that concerns me, but I will ultimately pick the Packers because Rodgers, I do feel, will not go down quietly to end this season. He's going to get a couple of wins under his belt just to feed his ego, and the Packers win this game in New York. Next game, we have the Minnesota Vikings at the Detroit Lions, and the Lions disappointed me last week, man. I can't believe it. They went up to Buffalo, and they did nothing offensively. Kenny Golladay is looking great, but that's about it right now for the Lions, and now Kerryon Johnson is on IR. I mean, oh my goodness, Matthew Stafford's having one of his worst statistical seasons ever, which is actually saying something because he's still playing pretty well. He's not playing horribly. This is one of his worst statistical seasons. That's not bad, right, for Matthew Stafford, but he's disappointing right now. But let's call it what it is. Can I pick them now to win against the Minnesota Vikings, who are trying to hold on to that 6th seed so desperately with everything that they got? I can't. I got the Vikings winning this game in Detroit because the game means way more to them right now than it does to the Detroit Lions, and the Lions' loss in Buffalo proved that to me last week. Next game, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Dallas Cowboys, and the Buccaneers, okay, I bet on them 2 straight weeks for my guarantees of the week, and they've let me down 2 weeks in a row now. I'm tired of having faith in Jameis Winston, right? The roller coaster continues. Just again, when he's looking as if he may salvage his career, he may salvage his life with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's been sticking it up for the past 2 weeks. I'm tired of this emotional roller coaster with Jameis Winston. I can't keep doing it. So with that said, they're going to Dallas, and I can't pick them to win. Dallas is back at home. They've been so dangerous at home this season, except for when they face the Tennessee Titans, of course. And I expect that to continue, giving the Cowboys to win this game. Next game, we have the Houston Texans. They're traveling to Philadelphia, taking on the Philadelphia Eagles in what was, to me, the most difficult game to predict this week. I don't know who to pick to win this game. The Eagles looked very impressive last week in LA, upsetting the Los Angeles Rams. Will they continue that? I don't know, because the week before that they lost to the Cowboys, which is not, nothing to really hold your head down about, but it was still a disappointing loss nonetheless. So I don't know who to pick here. I'm going to go with the Eagles. I think they want that 6th seed. I think they finally awoken. Okay, at 6 and 7, took long enough. And they say, you know what? We can get that 6th seed. Let's go get that thing because no one really wants it. The Vikings kind of want it. We're going to find out if they win this week in Detroit and how much they really want it. But they see it in their sights. They're going to go for it. We'll see if they come up short. But right now, I have them potentially getting it. And this win will help. So I have them beating the Texans in this one. Next, give me Atlanta Falcons at the Carolina Panthers. And breaking news, Cam Newton is out for the rest of the season. The Panthers are putting him on IR. They are shelving him for next season. I talked about the Panthers game in my last video. You should go watch that Panthers and Saints recap. And I said, man, Cam Newton, man, he can't throw the football right now. And it was a lot due to his shoulder. And the Panthers are finally admitting that. They're putting him on IR. And that means Taylor Heineke will be riding in on horseback playing Red Dead Redemption 2. He's got to put down the game, okay, and actually ride in on real horseback and try to save this football team. I think there's still a sliver of chance they can make the playoffs, but either way, they ain't making the playoffs. Taylor Heineke versus the disappointing Atlanta Falcons. Give me the Atlanta Falcons. Even in Carolina, give me the Falcons because I don't really know much about Taylor Heineke, and I'm going to bet against him just because I feel like it. Plus, I don't think Heineke is going to be the one to break their 6-game losing streak. If they couldn't win the Cam, Why are they going to win with Heineke? I don't buy giving the Falcons to go to Carolina and win. We have the Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to Miami, taking on the Miami Dolphins. So a short trip for the Jacksonville Jaguars, who have completely given up this season, right? I mean, it's ridiculous. I can't believe how bad the Jacksonville Jaguars have become. This is a team that started at 3-1. They're sitting at 4-10, people. My goodness, they're 1-9, okay, in their last 10 games. This is incredible. What a stretch for the Jacksonville Jaguars. You would have thought they were going to be 10-1 after their first 4 games, and they are now 1-9 since then. It's absolutely ridiculous. Going to Miami, where Miami is still battling for a playoff spot. I don't think they're going to make it, right? Luckily for me, but they're still battling. They still see it. They still want it, and this game will give them confidence that they could get it. Out of the Dolphins winning this game at home, Cody Kessler stinks. Next game, we have the Los Angeles Rams. They're traveling to Arizona, taking on the Arizona Cardinals. And the Cardinals are back to stinking, okay? Right on cue, right as planned. The Falcons absolutely obliterated them last week, okay? Much to my liking. I expect a similar result here as the Rams are looking to get their offense going again. The Rams offense is struggling right now. I think this game, they'll look better. I don't think they're going to look great, though, so look out for that. But I think the defense will be able to slow down the Cardinals offense, which is pretty much giving up as Larry Fitzgerald barrels toward retirement. Give me the Rams to win this game in Arizona. Next game, Chicago Bears at the San Francisco 49ers. And the 49ers, wow, they surprised us all last week as they got it done against the Seattle Seahawks, much to the dismay of their fans that are hoping to take this season away. And I don't blame them, right? Nick Bosa or Quinn Williams are right in your sight, right? You were ready to take them in the 2019 NFL draft, and now you're pretty much out of reach. Right now, one's going to go to the Raiders and one's going to go to the Cardinals, and you're probably going to pick in third, maybe fourth. If you win this game again, maybe even fifth. So be careful winning these games. Good news, I don't think you will. I think the Bears get it done in San Francisco. And they see the potential to get a bye week. They cannot let it go, and they win this game. Next game, Pittsburgh Steelers. They're traveling to New Orleans, taking on the New Orleans. It's a game I'm very much looking forward to. And tell me, by the way, because I'm already recapping the 2 Saturday games, of the Steelers, Saints, Chiefs, Seahawks, which one do you want me to recap? I can't recap both. Give me one and I'll do it. So comment down below and we'll decide that. I might run a poll actually through YouTube posts, so look out for that as well if the comments don't do it justice. For this game, Steelers, Saints. Where the Saints have been struggling for the past number of weeks, okay, just like the LA Rams. But the one excuse that the Saints have that I buy, those struggles have been on the road. No one has gone to New Orleans except for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers week 1 and have given them the work. Okay, no one has done that yet. So I expect that to continue. Okay, I expect that to continue. The Saints playing extremely well at home. In week 1, the Saints defense was not nearly as healthy as it is now. Right, so remember that. That's really the reason why they lost to the Bucs week 1. So with that said, give me the Saints to win this game at home as they're at home. But be careful, because the Steelers, they're looking to win this game, and the Steelers are so dangerous in the games you do not expect them to win, or you think they'll lose. They're dangerous, and they showed us that last week, right? They show up sometimes when they need to, sometimes, and then when you expect them to, they don't. It's just, I don't know. I don't get this team, but it is what it is. It's Mike Tomlin. Next game, Kansas City Chiefs, they're traveling to Seattle, taking on the Seattle Seahawks. A disappointing week last week for the Seahawks, struggling on the road in San Francisco. But again, that was on the road, and we know, we've seen that the Seattle Seahawks are a different team in Seattle. Remember, they obliterated the Minnesota Vikings. They stifled the Minnesota Vikings just a number of weeks ago. It wasn't that long ago, and they could do it again here against the Kansas City Chiefs. But the Chiefs' offense has been way too consistent all year, right? When they lost, it's because they gave up 29 points to the Chargers, and it's because they gave up 54 to the LA Rams, and they gave up 45 to New England Patriots. Are the Seahawks going to put up those amount of points? I don't buy it. The Chiefs have shown the ability to score enough this year, right? It's whether or not the defense is going to be able to hold up. And they'll hold up enough against the Seahawks, who still do not have a great offensive line, and whose weapons are still a bit limited. Give it the Chiefs to get it done. Patrick Mahomes, I think, will clinch the MVP here. Although, again, Philip Rivers, look out for him, but I do believe that Patrick Mahomes will absolutely clinch the MVP on national television in this very game. And then the final game of the Denver Broncos at the Oakland Raiders. And I don't want to pick this game. I'm not going to watch this game. Keep this game away from me, please, okay? I beg you, please. But I got to do it. Whew. I guess I'm going to go with the Broncos. Okay, I saw the Broncos earlier this season. They went to Arizona, and I think I picked Arizona in that game, and they obliterated them. Like, they're still better than the worst teams in the league, and this is one of the worst teams in the league. So give me them against one of the worst teams in the league. I mean, that's really all my philosophy there. And with that said, let's move on to my betting picks, my against the spread picks, my guarantees of the week for last week. Oh my goodness, people, he got so screwed over. It was ridiculous last week. Remember last week that the monstrosity, the atrocity that took place last week? We had the Jets +6, who lost by 7, and we had the Bucks +7.5, who I think ended up losing by either 8 or 11. I can't remember if the Ravens got a field goal at the very end of the game. Regardless, are you kidding me? I mean, it's just, we came so close. We were 4-1. We were barreling towards 4-1, and then both of those teams just lose it within 2 points at the end of the game. It was ridiculous. Let's bounce back. We were 2-3 last week. Let's be 4-1 now. Let's start with the Baltimore Ravens +4.5. It's too many points. Although I have the Chargers winning this game, it's too many points. Lamar Jackson, at least in garbage time, is going to run around like a clown, and he's going to pick up yards and points. So give me the Ravens +4.5. Atlanta Falcons right now +4. Now this number is changing. Okay, I will tell you with the news that Cam Newton's have this game changing. When I had it, it was +4. Right now, it's probably Falcons favored, but you better hop on that line. I put it down at +4. I'm sticking with +4. Falcons +4. And then Lions +5.5. Why do I keep betting on the Lions? I don't know. I bet on them, I want to say a couple weeks ago against the Cardinals, and they won me money. And then last week, they lost me money. So I don't know. It's mixy with the Detroit Lions. But you know, for this week, I think they'll get it done in terms of covering against the Minnesota Vikings. 5.5 is a lot of points. It's a divisional game, and this will be like a last-ditch effort for the Lions in terms of trying to win this season. Last week, they won't really care. They'll care a little bit more this week, so give me the Lions +5.5. But give me the Packers even. Okay, I like the Packers to just go and beat the New York Jets. I don't love it, but I like it enough to bet on it. On my final pick, give me the Bears -4. They're gonna beat the Arizona Cardinals by more than 4 points. I can't believe they're saying -4. It should be -8 at least. -4. Let's hop on that every day of the week. So with that said, those are my NFL Week 16 picks and predictions. What are your picks and predictions? Comment down below. I want to know. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, to subscribe. Until next time, this has been MJ of Sports Fan Entertainment, and I'm out. See you all later.